I love that you are so proactive and you have a clear vision of what you want. And I love that you have already done so many things. I love that you're very open, you're not afraid to be intimate. There's so many awesome things about you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love that you're Cancer.
This is my mentee, Melissa. I'm Bethany, and I'm always really excited by when she shows me something that's excited her. So she has a really good eye for the visual world and seeing things that have potential.
Natalie is amazing because, well, I'm connected to her as a mentor, but she already started her own business in a way by connecting people through her events. I think it's awesome that she's already at this young age doing that herself.
It's terrifying as well.
The energy is the first thing that I noticed about him that was super awesome. He's clearly got this very outgoing, positive, enthusiastic energy. What's super awesome is also sharing those commonalities, but also from different perspectives, and I'm really excited about that.
So, this is Michelle. The thing that I immediately noticed and loved about her is her laugh.
This one?
I love the fact that she's so open. She makes me feel very seen and heard. I think that's something that, yeah, she's very good at, like making people feel at ease. Obviously, apart from the fact that she's like such an amazing businesswoman, and such a creative, beautiful mind she has. But like as a person, I feel like her superpower is just really making people feel comfortable, and yeah, making them feel good about themselves.
What I find amazing about him is that Niels really gives out some sort of like really calm energy, but calm energy from like confidence, I feel like, and that's something I can learn a lot from. And also like feeling that he might be a really big spider in a really big web, but still maintaining this kind of calmness around him. I think that's something that I can really look up to, especially in terms of confidence. So that's why I think that he's great.
This is Daniel. I think the first meeting I told everyone like, yeah, he's the guru of like the streetwear. Kind of feels like a bigger brother. I feel like I have two brothers.
My name is Melissa, and my mentor is Bethany. What's awesome about her is that she's always super bubbly and down for whatever, and she always has a good idea to anything.
Oh, thanks.
I feel like PR has a lot of like unspoken rules and a lot of like do's and don'ts and people you have to know and don't know and stuff like that. So I felt like Niels could be a really good match for me in terms of, you know, guiding me in that.
So I asked for someone that could help me with my branding, and that's exactly what we're doing. And also her artistic eye and view on things really aligns with my vision. So that also like taste-wise, it's such a match. So honestly, couldn't be more perfect.
I was stuck creatively, like I was working 9 to 5 and then in a creative scene as well. Like how do you still manage to do your own creative work outside of being creative at work already? So my goal was to like just be more, like have more personal projects. So it was nice to connect with new people and learn more from like a mentor to manage yourself in this industry.
I think we had like a breakthrough moment a couple of weeks ago when it came to also looking in indeed what career path you want to go, and you know might be interested in working for the company I work, and then realizing also that isn't the direction you want to go. That's also like a very nice breakthrough in a way. Now we're at that path of that we can carve it even out more, where I can support and also where you want to go in a way.
I have the space right now to experiment and like trial and error. The work that I'm making right now doesn't have to be like my signature work for the rest of my life. So it's just nice to have like things to experiment with and to figure things out along the way.
When we started, I felt like, okay, right now I just need to be designing already something. And then he told me like, yeah, you want to start at the end, but to get back and start with like having a story and the full branding idea behind it.
to me, the conversation was about articulating what's there. It's not about creating anything, right? It's not about creating something that's not Sergio, but it's about articulating what's in his brain, in his creative flow. But that's so that he's more aware of it, so that he can then use that to build upon.
We have very similar experiences in life that you've already been through and that I'm going through right now. So that is very interesting.
Really freaky stuff, like
Yeah.
very specific experiences that we each share. So the match has been quite crazy.
Yeah. I feel like we were sisters in a past life. I do feel that. But I know this stuff intuitively. That's what I feel, so I believe that's true.
I spend a lot of time in here. Yeah. The people from the root scene can also confirm that, because I'll be seeing them a lot, like, "Hi, you good?" And I just like this spot at home. I just cannot really focus. And if I move to this place, I just know, like, okay, I'm here to work on something. So yeah, I spend a lot of time.
Soho House for me, especially with this mentorship, really pushed me to make the connections that I needed to make, but also to connect with people and also throw myself out there in terms of just asking for help and then asking questions. I think the asking for help part was just joining this mentorship program, and then asking for questions around me was the second part. But also, like, the environment of Soho House, like, personally, it really, like, motivates me to see people work, because then it makes me feel the pressure of also having to work and do stuff and not slack. So I really like it.
Unexpected lesson.
When you said like the tip of just finding unusual combinations, just put them together, just see how it works, and that was something that really stuck to me. That was something I didn't expect to like learn, but it was really helpful to like get out of your like comfort zone of like the methods you learn, and then just try different things and unusual combinations.
Personally, like how intuitive I am, like I'm very logical, but in the end, when my intuition says like, doesn't feel good yet, or I listen to that more than being logical.
I was expecting myself to just have a relationship with a single mentee is in interactions. But I think especially through this process of interviewing at Soho House and within the building and coming here, sharing experiences and moments, is having the ability to actually connect with more mentees.
I did learn something like a new term that I hear a lot with the new generation is vibes. It's very important, the vibes, and I think that's when I was applying for jobs, I was like, I cannot judge a vibe on like one being there. So that was something definitely I learned.
I was really impressed, and surprised is probably not the right word, but it was a really unexpected thing to come across so much desire for independence. The way in which, when we first started talking, you had this real vision for being able to step out and do work that kind of reflected you and your vision. And I was so impressed that that's something that you can say and like aim for. I know when I was kind of starting out, I was lacking confidence, and I always felt like I needed to like do something for somebody else's sake. I never thought about my own voice. And so hearing you have that desire to prioritize your own voice, I was like, this is amazing. I feel like we're already in like a really good place to start with that.
I think from the conception of this project and like the initial discussions that we had, it's been really inspiring to see like your personal growth and also your dedication towards your creativity and like your artistic career. That's been really inspiring. You've ventured out in new creative ways as well. You've tried to like really go inward. Yeah, you go inward on yourself and see, okay, what is it that I really want to say? And that's been really beautiful to see. So yeah, definitely some major changes for me. But we'll also be like doing this after our mentorship, so.
Definitely, yeah, you're not gonna get rid of me. But what I also want to mention is,
For me, I got the excitement back to be here at Soho House because of this actually mentorship program. I love to go there already a lot for the gym. I love to go there for travel abroad. But now with this Soho House mentorship, I was really more involved. Like, okay, it's really nice to actually connect with these other Soho House members. And yeah, I hope also us mentors can have like one more get together here and toast on the successful mentorship that we did.
So it makes it easier to like find a place where you can be creative and also work, instead of like being in the city in cafes, but also feel like you can link with other creatives, or like they know someone and they can link you up with someone else.
And for people like connecting with me and telling me like, hey, I might hit you up in the future, I might need you. It's for me super new because I'm like, you need me? What?
Yes,
You know, like, I need you. Like, it's so nice. So, in that way, those connections has been very like encouraging for my confidence.
There's always someone here that you know, and there's always great conversations to be had, not only with each other, but like for me also people from the mentee group, for instance. So,
And that spreads to the world. Like even if I go to Soho House London, where I used to know, even now if I go there on a random Tuesday, there will be people that I know, which is, it feels safe to me, you know, that's like my people. So yeah, it feels good. It feels like the creative scene is working somehow.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
You send me an email because
Yeah.
I was kind of hesitant because I was just waiting for it to start, and I was like, okay, I don't know who this guy is. You know, he's probably like some big shot at some agency. So I was like, oh, let me chill, you know. And then I met you. It was just so different. I was like, oh my god, bro. Like, I remember going home and telling my girlfriend, I'm like, bro, like I've met this guy once, but I love this guy already.
When you spoke about that, you really wanted to make a film in your own country.
Yeah.
Show how beautiful that is.
Yeah.
And make a contribution
Yeah.
to that. I'm getting goosebumps again. And I was like, wow, that's so beautiful. I hope I can help him in the tiniest way even to get there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna push him towards people, towards projects that can maybe in the end one day get him there.
Yeah.
Your work has diversified also, like looking at what you're just saying, UPR, a PR agency, a Philips, a Dove, a Drink, I think you helped out.
I used to be someone who was very like complacent a bit with like emails. I get an email, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send it out.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I'm seeing it, hey, I reach back, I reply to it. Yeah, which is something that was kind of just taught me just by watching, because when I send you something, you send back an email immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
So the Roots In program, the mentorship program, also changed my experience here. I really had matches with people, so that's a really nice extra to have. And I feel that that's gonna continue for a long time.
I wish I could have had this mentorship in my first year, because I would have been an A+ student.
You got a 9 for your thesis,
for my
so
thesis,
you're practically an A student, by the way.
I think that getting a 9 for my thesis, this program helped it, especially like talking to people within the industry and knowing what advertising is, right? Because like advertising, it helps you so much, especially if you're like in a corporate world. If you go to them, you have a superpower.
From the first night that we met upstairs, but also during the night here, the introduction night, it was so heartfelt also what you said, and the connection was good. I was like, wow, they really did a good job, these people from Roots In. And I see you growing, I see you developing. You're so outspoken and you have a vision already. You're not afraid to speak up and ask questions. Doesn't matter if they're I don't know, big time film directors or not. You really put yourself out there, and that's an amazing quality to have.
You've done crazy things. You don't understand how much it means.
I really don't.
Yeah, I don't think you understand the scope of the things that you've helped. I cannot thank you enough. If we would have stopped 3 weeks after the program, right, you would have done more than enough. Like if we would have stopped.
Oh wow, that's a big compliment.